I got tagged by A. Thatcher the other day. I was so excited. I couldn't believe someone actually tagged me, and it was great. But then it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of weird and sad because there's so many people on YouTube that I just absolutely love, and I had a really hard time trying to figure out who to tag back. And I wanted to tag A. Thatcher back, but I think the rule is that you're not supposed to tag the person who tagged you, because he's just a great guy. But anyway, I've had a hard time with it. But I thought I would divide this in two segments because I don't want it to go so long that people will lose interest. I'm doing the under 500 subs today, so bear with me. And also, if you hear a lot of yelling in the background, no one is really arguing, not for real anyway. My grandson is enjoying himself on his PlayStation playing some kind of war game. So if you hear all this yelling, you'll know what it is. Anyway, here we go. Is Lenti 2000. He's a real cool guy. He has this dog called Buddy, who should be named Digger, because that's all the dog does is dig. It's really, really interesting. I guess I relate to it because that's what my dogs do all the time. Anyway, he does a little bit of everything on his channel. He does the gardening, canning, he builds trellises. He was messing around with a potato box. He didn't have a whole lot of success with it, but it was kind of fun watching, you know, his trial and errors with that. I think he's really good, and I think you would enjoy him a lot. I hope you give him a try. And the next person is Nava Joe Papa, 31. He's a real nice guy. You can tell that he's been gardening for a very long time. He's so knowledgeable and so successful at it. His harvests are just unbelievable. He shows, I don't know if it's once a week or if it's several times a week, I don't remember, but bag after bag full of tomatoes and peppers and every other kind of vegetable you can think of. So much better than I could probably ever do it in a year's time. He brings in a week. Anyway, they cover a lot of different things like cooking. They also grow flowers. They have one video of their garden. They call it the show garden, and I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, it could have been in a magazine. So this couple really must stay very busy, you know, with their growing, between growing plants, vegetables, and growing beautiful flowers. They must be busy all day long. They do canning, they do all kinds of things, and it's just a very interesting channel. You really need to check it out. The next one is Rivet Gardner. He's a really cool guy. I mean, he does a lot of different things on his channel, doesn't he, huh? Yeah, I know. I like his style, you know, he's good, and he also does a lot of comments, you know, on my channel, and that, I like people that will answer you back, you know, and it's a good thing. Anyway, you're distracting me, puppy. He does a lot of cooking on his channel. I think he calls it hacienda something, I don't know. But he made some chili the other night that was like, I mean, I could almost smell it coming over the monitor. And I invited myself over for supper, but he kind of shot that down. He told me to cook my own. Well, I gave the recipe on the channel. Anyway, I think you'd really enjoy him. He and his wife do a lot on it, and I think they just planted a fall garden, and they've got pumpkins growing and different things. So it'll be interesting even throughout the fall to watch what he's up to. So give him a chance, okay? Check him out. T.F. Gump. He's a young man who is a homesteader. He's a gardener and a hunter. In fact, he just got a license to hunt moose. So he's built a tree stand on his property, and he's very excited about bagging a moose this year. In fact, he's made a homemade moose call. Is that what you call it? Anyway, he made it out of birch bark, white birch. And I mean, it really sounded like a moose when he was making the calls. Of course, he could do the same thing with his hands too, somehow. But he's a really interesting guy, real likable, friendly. He always comments, and he's been real loyal to me, and I really appreciate that. And I hope that the rest of you, if you're not already subscribed to him, will give his channel a chance. Person under 500 subs would be The Wizard Gardening. He's pretty new, I think, to YouTube. He only has about 7 videos right now, so he's kind of like just starting out, so I thought it would be kind of cool to mention him. He's growing some unusual plants. He's growing jungle peanuts, and they're supposed to be non-allergenic, which is kind of interesting because some people, I mean, they're just like, could be fatal, you know, if they have an allergy to peanuts. And he says that this particular type of peanut is actually better for you, and people who are allergic to the other kind of peanuts aren't allergic to it. So I for one want to follow this and, you know, investigate it a little bit more. And he grows chia plants, loofah, and some regular plants like cabbage and broccoli and things like that. So check him out. You know, I think you'll like him.